Welcome back everyone to more creepy videos, and let's dive in.
So for today's drink,
Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a bug?
What is that?
Dude, that's what.
Bro, that's scary as fuck.
Cheeseburger.
Literal fucking demon.
Oh, nope, I just got touched. Nope.
Ma'am, do you need help? Do you need an umbrella? Are you okay?
Oh my god, she has lipstick
Your
on.
makeup's running.
She has makeup.
The person looking through the window and seeing that person standing there staring right back at them instantly made me think of The Hills of Eyes.
The Global Consciousness Project is an evolutionary step out of 50 years of prior experiments. The experiments were looking at the relationship between mind and matter, and specifically intention and the behavior of the physical world. I mean, it all devolves back into the question, what is the role of mind in the physical world? From a Western science point of view, there isn't much. I mean, I as a designer of a car, can get an internal image and an intention to build a car, and eventually a car appears. But that's not a direct link. It requires a lot of work between the intention and the building of a car. But this question is saying more that, is there a direct link between one's intention and the behavior of the world? With an unmediated link, or if mediated, we don't know by what yet. Well, those experiments typically would use very sensitive physical system.
I don't think we have a collective consciousness that there's this direct line of collective thought to like a manifestation of something metaphysical. As individuals, I do feel that we can manifest whatever we believe and think about, and I might believe that there could be a collective consciousness in relation to like deception and manipulation through a power, like a global event or, you know, like a certain virus.
I buried somebody.
Record that. What is going on? What's in the front of it?
What? It's black.
What the babe? Where's the
Binoculars.
This video captures a chilling scene deep in Montana's vast, isolated landscape. A suspicious white van with blacked out windows and an ominous matte black hood sits eerily out of place on what appears to be private ranch land. The creator describes unsettling activity around the van, people moving strangely as if hiding something. They claim the site was investigated, but by the time authorities arrived, there was nothing left. No signs, no trace. Some viewers joke it's just van life, while others believe this could be linked to something far more sinister. A cover-up, a crime scene, or even a hitman's van.
That's weird as fuck.
But here's where things get even stranger. Sharp-eyed commenters noticed what looks like something, or someone, wrapped up near the van, partially hidden by the terrain. Could it be a coincidence, or could this be evidence of something more disturbing? The van was never identified, and the original poster hasn't provided any solid updates. So, what do you think? A simple misunderstanding, or something much darker happening here? You decide.
It reminds me of that scene in Jeepers Creepers where the brother and sister follow the truck and witnesses the demon throwing a body down a chute by the church. We're just missing that chute here. But what's your theories on this one? Do you think it's something dodgy, or do you think it's just something that's been blown out of proportion?
So I think at this stage my followers know and understand I don't care what you call me, what do you think of me for pointing this stuff out, because it's happening and our women and children are in danger. Today I'm going to show you 3 examples of Dundalk, Newry and Portadown. Okay, so stay tuned for this, and then if you want to call me crazy afterwards, work away, but the proof is in the pudding, so let's go. So this is Hill Street in Newry, and if you're from Newry and Mourne, you know Hill Street is a hustling, bustling centre of Newry. Okay, so this popped up on my Facebook. It was shared over the weekend and I had to share it with you. So here we go. I've blurred out the girl's name that shared it. So if you're out and about in the town, mind yourselves. These boyos are taking a great interest in women walking alone. Up to no good. So apparently what's happening, I read through the comments Apparently what's happening is these men here, you can see outside this shop, are patrolling up and down the street, waiting for women who are walking on their own before they're going up and trying to hassle them, speak to them. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the video. So here we go. Bored, left to their own devices, traipsing the streets, waiting on women walking on their own to hackle them, annoy them, ask them for certain favours. Yeah. So next, we're moving on to Portadown. So I was at the outside seating area of the High Street Mall of Portadown when a lady approached me and asked me to please watch or to please take my child's hand, as she was there last week with her daughter and someone tried to abduct her daughter right in front of her as she held her daughter's hand. She said a man, not a local, tried to grab her daughter's hand, and only she was holding on to her, she would have been taken. She then went on to say she wasn't allowed to post on social media and she wanted to warn as many people as she could as she was walking off. She's not allowed to let people know about this. That sounds familiar. And lastly for today, anyway, we're in Dundalk, County Louth. So I'm not one to post stuff like this, and if you look at the date, 12th of December, I'm not one to post stuff like this, but I'm just seeing a lot saying that these people have good intentions and whatnot. This man came, I'm going to show you his videos in a wee second. This man came to the window of my car and my friends the other night in Tesco with 2 girls in each car and begged for... We drove our cars out of Tesco completely and he followed us across the road trying to open car doors. This was Friday past. I was in town on Sunday and seen the same man following 2 women in Brew Bakers, which for people who aren't local, that's a bar in Dundalk, in Brew Bakers, and hiding in alleyways until women walked past. Oh my God. I also heard from a young girl that this same man had hit her a box, in our language that means a punch, for people who aren't local, hit her a box in the face because she was shutting the shop she worked in and asked him to leave, and he was giving her bad manners. I don't see any good intentions from any of this. And then she just goes on to say the same stuff as I pretty much say. Now see the comments under this post here. The comments were saying that this man, like all these men are well known for doing this here down there since they've came here, but this man in particular has been known to be very, very forward in what he's looking for, like a lot of them. But I'm going to show you the videos. Watch this. So we're still in Dundalk here. This is our last one, right? So I'm going to show you 3 videos I think I have. So here's this man. The girls are driving away from the car park where they were just chilling, having a crack, catching up with each other. And this man here is hounding them, asking them for you know what. Like, how is that normal? It's not. It's not normal. Look at that. It gets worse. What do you say? Trying to open her car door. So, for everyone who likes to call me Delulu, let's just recap over what I've spoke about in my video today. So in Newry, there are women being hounded and followed up and down the streets as they're shopping, but only women who are walking on their own. And then in Portadown, we have children being nearly abducted right in front of their parents' eyes as their parents are holding their hands. Then we go to County Louth in Dundalk and we have men who are loitering in the streets, following women, coming up to them in car parks, trying to get access into their cars. And a side note in that one, the guys who were trying to get into the cars in Dundalk, apparently this is happening all the time. Am I crazy? Or what's going on? It's time for an uprising. I'm telling you, this is bonkers now.
I wasn't going to share this because of the way the platform is, but I had to. I can't really make much comment about it either, other than, you know, it's starting to increase every week.
Need some thoughts, please. A few times when a photo has been taken of my daughter, it turns really freaky. One photo, she was playing with her sister in the pool. The second photo, she was jumping on her bed and her friend took the photo. Just quick note, these photos aren't fake, as I just don't have time to waste doing that. I felt a little freaked by them, so just wanted people's thoughts. I also received a speeding fine in the mail, and in my photo, there is a ghost lady sitting in the front passenger seat. Now, before y'all look at the screen, I have all 3 of those photos queued up. This is the first one of the girl in the pool. Go ahead and look at it.
Oh my.
That's not right. The daughter's face looks like a horror special effect.
It really does.
It looks like a mask. It's unsettling to look at because you're trying to make a normal face out of it, and you just can't.
No.
And I'm like, is her face underwater? Is that what's happening? Are we seeing a distortion because she's the face is underwater, which it might be, and maybe that's just it. It's just like the water effect. But since we have other pictures to look at, I'm going to reserve that determination. But it
looks like a drowning child, in a way, but also it's just like, okay, so
I don't know. Shotty looks like a demon.
she does look like a demon, but here's the thing: is like you can understand that that's not in a way edited, because you see the little girl's arm reaching around her mom's arm, holding her nose, like you're playing that game where you dip the other person's head into the water. But but it doesn't look right.
It does not look right. Maybe there's a weird light source somewhere.
So the bed jumping photo, I'm gonna show y'all. Let's see, 2.2. There we go.
Oh my.
Nope. That's
Look at her
really,
face, though. Here's the thing.
Really weird.
Here's the thing. Look, what is that? Like,
this child might be possessed, like for real. And doesn't it look like there's almost like little wings?
Yes,
coming
little
out the
wings
back?
or turning into a spider. The longer I look at it, the clearer her eyes are.
Right.
Can you see them now? They're there's
catches
like
light.
yes, it's catching light. There's something shining, and she's becoming more. It's odd. It's an odd looking picture. It's enough to be like, yeah, that's really strange.
It's
and
really
if
strange.
it's a common thing that her pictures come out weird, time to call the priest.
so this is it. And so she's in the UK, so she's going to be right here.
Oh, Lord.
But then there's somebody right there.
An alien? A gray?
And when I first saw it, I thought it was an old woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I still
But
think.
then, the more I look at it, the more I see kind of classic depictions of big head, small neck kind of entity.
Listen, my favorite.
And again, the more I look at it, the more detail
Right.
seems to appear to me. It's very odd.
That also very well could be distortion of her face.
Yeah, maybe.
From the movement of the car and the camera.
Yeah.
But still.
It definitely looks like there's somebody sitting
Weird.
next to her regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No, like for sure.
The pool picture is creepy and definitely looks like we're just witnessing the kill of a wee one. But I do think that most of us have all had some creepy photos in one way or another in the past.
Y'all, remember Nicolas Cage, yo? I know everybody remember Nicolas Cage. Y'all, remember how I say that the elites be telling us through the movies and shit, right? What's trending on Prime right now, right? The movie Knowing. What was the movie Knowing about? The end of the world. But it also had to do with numerology, right? But the crazy part to me is, y'all, in the movie, he had a list of numbers that told you everything. Like where it was going to happen, what time, and everything, right? This was basically put inside of a time capsule. Now, what blew my mind was, what was the very first event that happened? Look, I'm not going to try to show the whole scene because I don't want TikTok to fuck with the video, but look. What happened?
Couple of injuries, nothing serious.
Now I took a screenshot of this shit just so y'all understand what's going on. Now, everybody keep telling me to talk about this current situation, right? And nobody bring up the fact that this 2023, if this video don't go viral, I know TikTok is hating on me, bro. Understand, where was it coming from and where was it going? And then what kind was it? Oh, y'all reading between the lines? This video is simply for entertainment purposes only, yo. Real shit. Wake up!
As far as I'm aware, there's been about 4 or 5 plane crashes and a helicopter crash in like the last 2 weeks. But the question here is, how common is this?
Nope, this is not the one you saw yesterday. It's February 7th and another river has turned to blood. And by the way, while these rivers are turning red like blood, there is all sorts of insane stuff happening around the earth that I'm about to show you. And when I say insane, I mean things that don't normally happen. It was cute yesterday when people were trying to say the Peru River turned to blood because iron oxide or something. This one is in Argentina. I told you, you're going to throw out all those baseless claims. This is not normal. And like I told you yesterday, when the waters turn to blood in the Bible, it was always a very fearful thing of God's judgment. Whether we're talking the Exodus or in the Great Tribulation. And while these rivers are turning into blood, we're hearing ridiculous sounds coming from the heavens. Scary sounds. Check them out.
All I hear are these sounds. And owls hooting. It is insane, crazy. It's like the whole sky, and they're not like stopping. They don't stop. They just keep. It feels like this is so scary. I don't know what this is.
I mean, that sounds not identical to War of the Worlds. Is that what's coming? This part's crazy. While all that's happening, we're having deep sea fish like the devilfish come up to shallow waters. Dark devilfish, huh? Very coincidental. Remember in the Bible when it talks about certain trees being in the desert so you would know God did it? What about this right here? 2025 is getting exciting.
What we have to understand is that in Revelations, it states rivers and springs will become blood, not look like blood. One thing we can all agree on, though, is that these crazy things that are happening are actually happening more regularly.
Is there a reason they've been hiding electric vehicles from us for over 100 years? Like, when do you think the world's first electric car was invented? Was it in 2008 when Tesla first revealed the Roadster to the world? Nope. Maybe it was in 1996 with the revolutionary EV1 from General Motors. Not even close. The first commercially viable electric car was the Baker electric vehicle in 1909. Yup, we had electric cars over 100 years ago, and then they just kinda disappeared for a while, and I bet you can guess who was behind it all. This car here could go 70 miles on one charge and up to 25 miles per hour. Not the fastest, but still better than a typical horse-drawn carriage back then, which would cap at around 10 miles per hour. What happened here? Like, why did this fall off, and what took EVs so long to gain mainstream appeal like they have today? Well, in 1908, they actually held a race in Philadelphia between a gas-powered car and an electric one to see which one is better and which we should use in society. They raced through the crowded streets where they had to stop at intersections, wait for pedestrians, and swerve around horse-drawn buggies. In the end, the Studebaker electric car won by 10 whole minutes. It dominated, yet it was never adopted by the public. Often called the horseless electric carriage back then, they were easier to turn on, had faster acceleration and braking, no exhaust, and no combustion happening under your seat. And of course, it didn't need gas, just an electric charge, which is much cheaper. Better for the customer, not so good for the companies that profit off them, and this may have been the start of their downfall. Say hello to our good friends, the oil and gas industrial complex. It really did seem promising at first, with the electric vehicle company EVC being the biggest car manufacturer in the US in the late 1800s before Henry Ford took over. So what in the world happened here? Well, first, the EVC was accused of loan fraud that bankrupted the company in 1902. I wonder who could have possibly led the investigation that resulted in that. Then, conveniently, in 1903, Henry Ford starts banging out gas-powered cars in his revolutionary assembly line process, which saw enormous success, adopting the general notion that gas was just a better product. On top of that, lack of charging ports out in the countryside made electric cars more limited and cumbersome. And in general, electric cars were not only more expensive, but were generally marketed towards women who didn't drive as much as men back then. So there wasn't much of a target audience for EVs. Even Clara Ford, Henry Ford's wife herself, owned and drove an electric car. Men, the primary market for cars during that time, preferred gas, as they were cheaper, faster, more powerful, and just portrayed as more manly in general. By the 1920s, the electric car was pretty much out of the market. Not because they were necessarily inferior vehicles, but rather due to price, lack of infrastructure, feminine marketing, and a very convenient bankruptcy. Which admittedly, lack of electric charging stations around the country is a pretty valid reason. But then again, we didn't have many gas stations yet either. Supplying cars with gasoline just happens to result in more long-term profit than charging them with electricity. And this actually goes back even further, with a couple of prototype EVs in the 1800s. In 1899, the Belgian La Jamais Content broke the 100km/h speed barrier for the first time in history, reaching a speed of 105 kilometers an hour. It was an electric vehicle. In 1888, what is considered the first electric car ever appeared in Germany, the Flocken Elektrowagen, invented by entrepreneur Andreas Flocken, and could reach a very humble 15 kilometers an hour. But the deeper you look, the further back in time EVs go. In 1881, Gustav Trouve introduced the first electric carriage, which was more of a tricycle and not technically considered a car yet, in Paris that could also go 15 kilometers an hour. Go back 50 years before then to Scotland's Robert Anderson, who built his own motorized electric carriage around 1832. Batteries weren't even rechargeable yet back then, so it was more of a party trick than an actual transportation device, coming in at 6 kilometers an hour and a range of about 2.5 kilometers before it needed entirely new batteries. Ironically, this one also used crude oil to generate the electric charge in the battery, so it kind of doesn't count. But more recently, car manufacturers tried to revive the electric vehicle trend, like in 1996 with the EV1 from GM, a pretty futuristic looking car for its time, which was a total flop, and they quickly scrapped it in favor of more Hummers, SUVs, and more gas-guzzling vehicles. You see, electric cars are nothing new. In fact, they even predate some of the earliest gas-powered cars in history. But when one option can produce way more long-term profit than the other, history tends to go the route that is more profitable to the companies behind it. So much that it literally took an independent billionaire to start his own electric car company in the mid-2000s to finally bring it to mainstream production. And hey, I'm not saying EVs are perfect. Far from it. In fact, they kind of scare me. We've all seen the brutal cobalt mines that are needed to make these batteries and how harmful those can be. And also the sort of concerning totalitarian access that governments and companies have to electric vehicles, being able to control and disable them remotely essentially whenever they want. But it really just makes you wonder what other revolutionary products and systems have been invented in the past that never saw the light of day because of profit.
I drive an SUV hybrid and I can honestly say that it drinks petrol like it's woke up to a hangover, not to mention that it has to go to a specialist garage if there's any problems with it. I just feel that you can't beat like a petrol or a diesel car.
In the clip, two friends attempted to perform an infamous mirror ritual in hopes of invoking spirits into their home. But things took a terrifying turn. An ominous face can be seen peering through a window. The clip has gained millions of views, with commenters debating the authenticity of the footage. Some firmly believe that the ritual successfully summoned a demonic entity.
If this was real and we were one of those guys, I definitely think that we will be developing like a form of PTSD.
So I have a lot of respect for Justin Bieber, and I don't know exactly what he's going through, but when people have seen him lately, he have looked like this, which looks like he's not doing well. It looks like he has let himself hit rock bottom. Like, this is the Justin Bieber that we know. This Justin Bieber looks like he is going through a lot of things. So right now, I would pray for Justin Bieber, because I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the Diddy situation and the Diddy trials, and maybe people have threatened him, or maybe a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just because he became a father. This is how you look when you become a father. No, it's not. I don't know who was lying to people. That's not the case. We know a lot of fathers who never look like this when they become a father. It has nothing to do with it looks like he might have started taking drugs again and a lot of other stuff. And I'm just saying, like, I know all you. It's hard to hate Justin Bieber, right? And so this is really sad to see. Like, I don't see the difference between this, other than the price of the clothes, and just seeing a regular homeless person on the street, honestly. And so we want this Justin Bieber back. And so I say we just pray for Justin Bieber.
What's your thoughts on the whole Justin Bieber situation? I mean, I haven't dug a lot on him, but I would probably guess that, you know, the whole Diddy situation is probably starting to take its toll on him.
In just 132 days, these 3-bed units were constructed from start to finish. Using a pioneering technology, the houses are built using 3D printing technology that automates the concrete laying process. It's a unique process allowing homes to be built much quicker.
Once the foundations are in, we bring a big gantry to site, and really, for lack of a better word, that's a big cake icing machine that takes the digital information. We connect it to a concrete pump, and it just starts extruding the walls layer by layer, going up about 50 millimeters each time, and knows exactly where to stop for the windows, where to start for the doors.
The housing development at Grange Close in Dundalk is the first of its kind in Ireland. The development showcases the effectiveness of technology and significantly reduces construction timelines.
So I think it shows great foresight by Louth County Council, and I'm very proud as chairman to see that we've led on this. Hopefully this will now move across the country, and we'll see buildings being constructed far quickly. It's 35% less construction time to develop these homes, and that's a priority at the minute.
So we did it in partnership with Louth Education Board, and as a result of that we came across this project to see if we could lead the way in terms of hitting in some of our targets and our social housing needs.
Each of the houses has a gross internal area of 110 square metres and an A2 energy rating. The residential housing project began in May last year. However, the printed structures were achieved in just 12 print days, with a total machine on-site time of 18 working days. Some of the families moving into their new homes received the keys today.
Oh, it's just amazing, overwhelming, like, I can't believe it. I'm in shock still, like.
How were you waiting long?
10 years. 10 years.
This is Ireland's first 3D printed housing development. The innovative project sets the stage for expanding the technology throughout Ireland and beyond. Aisling Roach, Virgin Media News, Dundalk.
I remember watching a documentary way back in 2015 about the future and how trees were going to be replaced with artificial trees and how printing machines were going to be building or rapidly building houses and buildings. And here we are 10 years later actually witnessing 3D printing houses.
If the sun was below the firmament, then it would reflect off the dome and create a sun-like dome reflection above your head.
Just after getting this off a friend, look at this. This can't be normal. Like, look at this. Junior and senior infants. That is not right. No child needs to know about that, especially an infant. What is wrong with this country, man? Look, what? Who'd let that child go to school that day?
It's not leaders that are in charge anymore, it's sadistic peds. I mean, this country really has fallen.
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm the police. What's up?
Lesniak?
Yeah,
what the fuck are you doing over here? Get on, I want a sergeant here right now. I need your,
Sergeant's right there.
All right.
There you go. You okay?
Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's your name? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Whoa! What's your name? Out of your car right now. Out of your car right now. We need your name. Identify yourself. Are you drunk?
Sergeant Hussein.
You're drunk, aren't you?
What can I do?
You've been drinking, haven't you?
What can I do?
You've been drinking, Husaric. Listen, Eric. You've been drinking? You've been drinking.
Something?
Yeah, you've been drinking.
Do you need something?
You're drunk.
You need some help,
You're
sir?
drunk. Yeah, I need an officer. I need an officer. Dude, you guys are fucked up.
Okay. You guys are fucked up.
You need some help?
Yes.
You don't need anything. We got other things to do.
Holy shit, dude. You are fucking wasted.
You need some help, sir?
Yes.
What do you need?
I need the police right here. I need
Right
someone
here.
else beside you.
Right here.
I need 911. You're not going anywhere.
If you're misusing 911, that's
That's okay. You can charge me with. You can charge me. Hi, I need a police officer here on Capri and GG Lane. I'm at the GG bar right now. I need a police officer here right now.
Are the police there already now?
I need a police officer here right now. I'm requesting a police officer.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we're out with that male at Capri. He's calling 911.
You guys are in trouble. Trust me. You guys fucked with the wrong bull. I've been looking for you. You guys are fucking wasted.
Okay, sir, the police are already with you.
I need another police officer. I need a lieutenant here right now. I need a lieutenant. I need a lieutenant here right now.
That's not gonna happen, sir.
I'm calling 911. You guys are in trouble, dude. You guys fuck with me. You're being in a lot of trouble, dude.
Do you have a car here?
You're wasted. I've been sitting here for 2 hours waiting for you to come back. I am at Capri on GG Lane. I'm at the GG bar on It's called Capri by GG.
Give me 1 second, okay? Let me put you on hold.
Thank you.
The sergeant and the cop were so drunk and quiet throughout this whole ordeal that they thought they were the civilians, and that McLovin here holding the camera was actually the sergeant who was spooking them.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
So every day I just go out for a walk, and every day when I pass by this house, the neighbor is just always up in the window. Look at him. Look. I swear he's looking at me and I don't like it. Every day. No. What? No.
Present for you. Just for you. Present.
Yeah, thank you.
Present.
Fucking present. What the fuck is this?
He likes it. He likes it. Neighbor. Neighbor.
That's all I have for you today, everyone, and I hope you all have a very good weekend. I'll be back again same time on Monday. I am still currently working on the other channel at the minute and getting a few videos out on that before I start promoting it. But if you enjoyed this compilation, smash that like button and subscribe button, and until then, stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you then.